tonight's poetry night, and I haven't done one lately, so I'm going to share with you another one of my love poems. And, you know, those are a little bit more daring for me to share because they're mushy. But I always love writing poetry, so, you know, you might enjoy it. So, more on that poem in a moment. Alright, so I'm just going to give you a little background on the poem first. So, I had read earlier on another poetry video, the love poem, that I'd written about this fellow. And this fellow was not as long-term as my other. My other relationships were long-term, like several years, you know, was married before twice, and the others were long-term 3 or 4 year relationships. Okay, so this is the only one that was a shorter one. It was like 10 months, but it was going 10 or 11 months. It was going on a year. And yeah, he wasn't authentic, but the poetry I wrote about him was like over the top, because he was over the top, but he wasn't real, okay? And of course I didn't know that at the time. So I'd already written that one in August 2009. So then this one, I was still up here, you know, he still thought he was this person. This is October of 2009. So here we go. And then another time, at a later date, I have one I wrote April 2010 about him. Okay, so that'll be on another video. So here we go. So this one is called The Season of Hope, and I'm not going to make any like facial expressions with it. The bottom line is, it's how I felt at the time, but it wasn't true. He wasn't this kind of a person, but he did portray himself to be that way. And that is what I was in love with, the person that I thought he was. Okay? So here we go. Some nice poetry out of it. The Season of Hope. Oh, I better wet my whistle here first. All right, here we go. Season of Hope. It was the onset of summer when she encountered an unforeseen meeting. He smiled most sincerely, however, it was an acquaintance she was not seeking. When correspondence was made, she felt unresolved and ambivalent, though an ensuing dialogue between them made him her equivalent. The first evening together, though premature in the making, an openness disclosed and a risk worth taking. A man who is not only virtuous, but benevolent and kind, unparalleled in character and arduous to find. A passionate, vital spark, and a man of emotion who kindles her fire and an avid devotion. Mere poetic declaration is matchless for her fervent and fiery emotion that is authentic and real and much more than a notion. A new season unfolds with the vibrancy of fall. Her optimism is heightened as she perceives no flaw. She reminisces about their adventures and the time spent together, yet remains confident and full of hope for their future together. She feels auspicious and fortunate for their unplanned encounter. It was the season of hope, and he was happy he found her. October 2009. So, I hope you liked that. I won't throw it away because I love poetry. And something good came out of it. It would be so much nicer if you wrote a poem and they were what you thought, of course. But yeah, so what would I say more on this outside of poetry? I would say what I think I've learned is if you would meet somebody that, you know, you are going to have those heightened emotions at first, and that is very normal. So that it is. However, I would say what I've learned, and I believe it to be true from all my reading and what I've learned, and it's something I had to learn because I didn't know this, is that when you first meet somebody, it may be heightened and you may have those feel-good feelings, and that's true, but it is going to, with a good person or a healthier person, is going to slowly unfold. It's going to slowly unfold. And again, part of that was where I was lacking too. You know what I mean? It's something I had to learn where I was lacking, and I had to get filled on my own. Filled just being with me and by myself, and I have been like 3 years, and I love it. I mean, it's good. Can enjoy my own company and happy alone. And that's what you want to be, you know, before it's good with someone. That's what I've learned. So anyway, I'll have to, at another time, share the ending of this other poem that I wrote. And that one was April of 2010. And it's called Sweet Emotion. So that'll be a future poem for you. So anyway, I hope you got you doldrums. Get you dreaming, thinking poetically. It really helps. It helps life not be so routine and dull. So, until next time, I'll see ya.